been back to the academia in a while. It hasn't changed much, has it? Well, since we've got some time, want to go to the house of Dana? Paimon wants to do some reading! Ha! So you noticed! Well, you're too late. The Paimon you know and love is no more. You're looking at Paimon Plus, a new and improved treasure trove of travel. Paimon Plus would like to find some new books to peruse. A gracious traveler like yourself wouldn't leave her companionless on her quest, right? Come on, this way! Oh hey! It's Kale and Cyrus! Wonder what's going on. Let's go see. Well, you know what they say. Learning is a lifelong quest, which means there's always another chance to read a book. But you never know when the next chance to reunite with an old friend will come along.
Traveler? Paimon? You're back in Sumeru?
Oh, hello, you two. It's been a while. Looking to spend time with some old friends?
Yep. We saw some familiar faces, so we came to say hi.
Ho ho! Excuse you, associating me with that woman. And if you're going to remember me that way, you should at least mention my tomato growing skills.
So he's mad about the Zaha D part and not the old man part?
Well, Paimon's glad to see you in such good spirits, Cyrus. Must mean things are all good here in Sumeru.
Ah, well, it's quite all right. I'm not the type to take offense.
You definitely are. Anyway, what were you and Kale chatting about?
Ah, that. Well, it was quite a spontaneous meeting. I was leaving the sage's office when I spotted Kole in conversation with a Mahamata, and it looked serious. I thought something bad might have happened, so I hurried over as soon as the conversation ended. But as it turns out, our Kole is moving up in the world. The academia even hired her as a...
Wow! That's incredible!
Oh, it's nothing.
Look at that, so humble. Takes after me, she does.
Not at all. Not at all. No, wait. I didn't mean that to sound like I don't think you're humble, Mr. Cyrus, because of course you are. I just, Oh, well, I wouldn't even call myself your Now that the new semester has started, a lot of students and scholars are doing fieldwork for their research. But it can be dangerous for those who don't have a lot of experience in the wild. So, the academia is planning to establish an agency that provides guidance on outdoor survival.
Oh! Paimon gets it! So, you're here to explain rainforest survival as a representative of...
Yeah, pretty much. Of course, when it comes to tips on deciphering mechanisms or defeating monsters, that's for people who are far more senior than me to handle. And speaking of which, since we're short on manpower, the person in charge at the academia said we're still accepting newcomers. If you're interested, you're welcome to join and share your insights.
Ah, seizing the moment. Well done, Kole. Recruiting... Oh, and just between the four of us, the academia has set aside a generous amount of funding for this project.
Well, since Kale's thrown her hat in the ring, we should help out too. What?
Great! We're all supposed to meet up in Aru Village later, so I guess we'll regroup there. I was kinda worried, since Master Tainari isn't around to help this time, but now I feel much better.
Yeah, even if you don't trust the academia's eye for talent, you can trust ours for sure.
And mine, of course. I have as good an eye for people as I do for tomatoes.
Well, there you have it.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, speaking of Tainari, how are
Good, thanks. Oh, but Master Tainari did mention that Sino and Sethos were heading to Gandharvaville. I'm not sure if it's for work or something else.
Huh, no following them. Could just be to play some cards.
I'm not sure. Apparently Sethos is bringing someone else with him too. But with my academia commitment, I didn't have time to ask for more details.
Huh. Well, now Paimon's curious. Should we go check things out,
That's true, and I'm sure they've missed—
Now that is how it should be between friends. Getting together to play cards or enjoy a meal. Yet here I am, stuck with Nephis, who only ever calls to talk about research. Well, I won't delay your reunion any longer. Until next time.
Goodbye, Mr. Cyrus. Take care. Alright, I should probably get going too. See you later, guys. Come find me in Aru Village when you're ready.
Looking forward to seeing you shine, colleague.
Merciless. Fearless.
Traveler, welcome to the home base of the Fieldwise Center. As you can see, the core projects are already up and running.
Huh. This feels like one of those places light novels talk about. You know, the adventuring hubs where rookies gather to take— Oh, and almost like a school festival at the same time, with everyone getting together to learn and then forming teams to hone their skills. It's so exciting!
Well, this place isn't quite as decked out as a school festival, but Master Tainari said the academia plans to be generous with the resources. Anyway, before students and researchers head out on dangerous field missions, they can come here for— We even have professionals on staff that can join their teams to serve as guides or safety personnel.
Yeah, you can think of it like a forward operating base, equal parts theoretical training and field practice. We'll familiarize new recruits with potential challenges in the wild and take them through—
Amber, you're here too?
Surprised? I know I was. I'm off duty right now, so I was planning to just drop in on Kali for it, but I didn't realize how busy she'd be. I'm not the type of person to sit around and watch, so I decided to be her assistant.
Sorry, Amber. I didn't mean to put you to work during your time off.
Don't worry about it. A little relaxation balanced out with some fulfilling work is a great vacation in my book. Plus, I've learned a whole bunch of stuff too, and I got to see the Traveler in Paimon again. We should have a giant feast once we're done here. How does that sound?
A feast with the first friend we met in Sumeru and the first friend we met on our whole journey. Oh, that sounds just about as awesome as a giant plate of sticky honey roast.
All right, down to business then. Kale and I are in charge of the Scouting Speedsters project. The focus is using devices and machines to pass through hazardous areas, survey terrain, and get details on potential—
Plus, a mortar research indicates that during dangerous situations, having the support of an adorable companion can help set adventurers' minds at ease and—
So, we took inspiration from Cullen Anba and Baron Bunny to create 2 scouting devices that are both adorable and useful. Cullen Anbot and Bardrone Bunny. So far,
Once we've collected enough data, the academia will continue to refine the scouting buddies.
A bunch of Kulanambas and Baron Bunnies running around the wilderness? What is that gonna look like?
Plus, with you to guide our 2 little scouts, We'll be able to obtain some once you have a more complete understanding of the field. Now come with me.
Oh, yeah. The lady with the greenish-blue hair also has a super adorable device over there. But it does something completely different than our scouting buddies. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action.
Oh, hey! Another familiar face! Come on, let's go say hi!
I should have just... It's really that popular. The internal locomotion mechanism is clever enough, and the execution on the terrain recognition, remote control, and weight detection modules isn't bad. But the appearance... It might as well be a doll for a child. No, this won't do.
Madam Farzan, great news! The Traveler and Paimon agreed to join!
Hello, Madam Farzan!
Well, look who the cat dragged in. Excellent job, Kale. Snagging 2 top experts with undeniable adventuring expertise. Now the League won't be able to say a word, no matter what kind of feedback I give. Now tell me, what do you think of this puzzle, pal?
Whoa! It looks just like you!
It's a collaboration between my juniors in the Haravatat Darshan, the Puzzlers League, and the Synopsium on Ruin Mechanism. Clearly, the technological aspect is quite advanced. But the appearance... It couldn't be more childish. You should have seen Anise, defending this design choice with more passion than her thesis. Young people these days. Far too obsessed with making things cute.
Huh. Paimon kinda likes it. Kali and Amber were just saying how cute companions can help adventurers stay calm. With a doll that looks like you by her side, Paimon thinks she could go adventuring in a super dark ruin and not even get scared.
Well, that line of thinking does have merit. And I suppose choosing this particular appearance is a sign of their respect. For me. Still, there are adventurers who place greater emphasis on reliability and technical composition. People like that don't just want their devices to be able to survive an avalanche, but to look the part. And for their appearance to reflect the high-tech composition. The fluffiness of this puzzle pal, on the other hand, doesn't give the impression it would be a reliable or formidable device. Now picture this. A thick metal casing, square in shape, with a matte finish and openings to showcase the complex technical composition. That would have much more visual impact. I'm the perfect example of this. I have a youthful appearance, and so people question me on occasion. If I had a head of white hair instead, things would be different.
Really? Then, do you want Paimon to talk to them? She has white hair.
What? No! That's not the same thing.
I didn't realize you had such strict views about this, Madam Farzan.
Huh? So, even you prefer this version? Well, if that's what you really think, then fine. You'll have to come back and test it out on some puzzles, Traveler. I'll rate your effectiveness in using the device and come up with a user manual based on your performance. As for improvements to its appearance, long-term observation is required, so I'll put that aside for now. I've already selected a few of the most suitable domains.
Thanks, Madam Farzan. I'm just gonna take the...
Don't worry, Kale. You're the one in charge. Once things calm down, come over to see me and we'll have a nice...
Snacks! Paimon's in! Paimon's in!
Thank you, Madam Farzan. I'll bring a few boxes.
Go on now.
This last one is a long-term project we're calling the Security Division. Thanks to General Mahamatra Sino, we've been able to bring Dia on as the instructor and Candace as the coordinator. They're putting together a combat test right now, but they should be back soon.
Hey, looking for us? I guess we showed up right on cue then. Wait, the Traveler and Paimon are joining as well? That makes things a whole lot easier.
Sorry for keeping you waiting, everyone. But we managed to bring back some good intel.
Intel? Huh. This is starting to sound intense.
Of course. What better way to protect the students than to sweep through the desert and rid it of all potential dangers?
Not the best time for jokes, Dia. Besides, when it comes to striking down danger, the Traveler is a woman on a mission. She might take you up on that offer.
Defeating anything that might pose a threat? Oh, even if the Traveler worked non-stop, that could still take years. He'd have to stop traveling. Oh, Paimon doesn't even want to think about that.
Time would be the least of our problems. Some dangers aren't visible to the... You can't get rid of them until they jump out to attack. For situations like these, we'd have to combine Madame Farason's recommendations with Amber's approach to scouting, calculating our chances of encountering enemies and our expected operation times.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pencils down, everyone. That was just a joke.
The Security Division's goal is a lot simpler, actually. We're just here to ensure that fieldwork teams include trained combat personnel. Some of this work has been entrusted to the Blazing Beasts and other mercenaries. But members of investigation teams who pass the combat test can also qualify. Before an investigation team is allowed to head into a dangerous area, the group must include at least 2 professionals who have passed the assessment. And Dia and I were just out collecting intel on the best place to hold the test.
We found a domain filled with monsters and bandits of all levels. Hopefully, they don't mind us borrowing their stomping ground for a bit. It'll only cost them a few smacks on the head.
Oh, so...
That's right. Participant safety is our utmost priority.
We still need to figure out our testing metrics, though. Fighting is different from mercenaries like me. We all have our own style. That's not a problem in actual combat, but when it comes to teaching, we tend to stick too much to what we're used to. So, we need someone to give us a baseline. Someone who has the experience, but also takes a more flexible approach in combat.
Yeah, based on what you just described, the Traveler seems like the perfect person for the job.
Great. Working with you is always a pleasure, Traveler. Smooth as butter on a steak.
Don't forget about compensation for the Traveler in Paimon, Dia. You agreed without doing the math first.
Ah, it's fine. We'll just split the funds Kale wrangled for us, 20-80. 10 for me, 10 for you, 80 for the 2 of them.
Wait, we're getting 80%?
Don't sweat it. We're just in charge of the long-term operations. You're the one setting the metrics for the whole thing. So I think we got the better end of the deal. We've talked about a partnership in the past, haven't we? Well then, consider this the perfect place to start.
Then I'll draw up a detailed overview of the compensation so it's clear for everyone.
That'd be great.
And don't worry, Miss Candace. About that piece of land you're leasing to the academia, the one used for grain storage, I managed to get them to agree to a 30% increase in their rent payments.
Oh, thank you. Those funds will go to fixing up some of the village facilities, which should make for a more comfortable experience when investigating. All right, we should finish up our arrangements for the combat test.
See you soon.
Oh, you sure are the beating heart of this operation.
Oh, no. I'm just doing what I can. I still have so much to learn, so much work to coordinate. But for now, let's just give it our all.
You bet! We'll make the Fieldwise Center the best it can be! too good. Did something happen?
Ah, Paimon, Traveler. It's good to I'd welcome you like a proper host, but I'm a bit busy at the moment. Apologies. No need to look that worried. My observations indicate Miss Layla's condition has improved quite a bit. There's no danger to her mind. She's just fatigued and needs some rest. Excuse me for a moment while I blend some calming incense. I'll let you two explain the situation.
All right. What happened was, Sethos and a few members of the Temple of Silence rescued Layla, who was out in the desert trapped in a state of delirium.
She had to be rescued? Oh, that sounds bad.
That's all you're gonna say about it, Sino? I mean, we don't want people jumping to conclusions.
That's all I can say about it. The person involved is unable to explain what happened to her, so we're limited in what we know.
Sorry. My head. Still dizzy. The moons. Exactly how many are there?
She's been repeating that phrase over and over again.
We tried a few things back at the Temple of Silence, but her symptoms are kind of similar to researchers in the Satyavada life state. So we brought her to Tainari.
Tainari is pretty much our last option.
The good news is, even if restoring her memory is a no-go, we can help with the headache at least. Jur was in a similar state when we found him, delirious and mumbling to himself, but he's more or less back to normal now. Sorry, I should give you some context first, huh? We should let Miss Layla get some rest. Come with me, you two, and I'll introduce you to the other victim of this incident.
Good idea. I'll wait for Tainari here and keep an eye on our patient.
All right, then.
Something strange is going on.
Who did the Ajalenok nut offend? I just don't get it.
Hey, Jur. Still musing about Aji nuts, huh? Want me to have Sino come over and tell some jokes? Might help distract you.
No. No need. I'm done. Oh dear. Another master of puns.
One of Sino's card buddies, actually.
I think I might just take that as my cue to head back to the desert.
Hold on. So, what's the deal with the Ajilenok nuts? Other than the bad Sino jokes.
We'll get to that. But first, introductions are in order. This is Jur, a member of the Temple of Silence. And you remember the Traveler, right, Jur?
Of course. I'd never forget a participant in the Rite of Duels or the hero who saved Sumeru.
Awesome. Could you go over what happened to you one more time, Jur? Our valiant hero is gonna help us get to the bottom of this. Might as well join since you're here, am I right? Just hear him out. You're gonna want to uncover this mystery once you do. I bet on it.
Well, I was on an expedition in the desert not too long ago when I got caught in some quicksand. Later, it became obvious it wasn't normal quicksand because instead of sinking to my death, I fell into an undiscovered ruin. In my panic, arms and legs flailing about, I suspect I touched some things I shouldn't have. Because in that brief moment, an enormous amount of information came surging into my mind. I would hesitate to even call it knowledge, because my brain had no capacity to process the information. To use an analogy, it would be like trying to stuff thousands of Ajalenok nuts into a small water skin without it bursting. Sorry again with the Ajalenok nuts.
It's fine. We're getting to that part of the story anyway.
True. Well, just as I was on the verge of madness, a single phrase broke through the storm of thoughts in my head. It was a man's voice saying, "Don't eat Ajalenok nuts."
What?
I know it's hard to believe, but that's what happened. I was saved by the phrase, "Don't eat Ajalenok nuts." I'm not sure. I'm not even certain it was a man's voice. It's hard to remember now that I've been repeating it so. Anyway, the good news is I no longer feel like my head is Of course, the bad news is That phrase has been stuck in my head for the past...
Wow. But doesn't it have the opposite effect? Like, the more you say don't eat it, the more you...
Yes, that's exactly right. Whoever the voice belongs to, I don't know what it...
Well, the world's a big place. There's bound to...
I suppose. Strangely enough, I'm starting to think the voice belonged not to a man, but a cat.
A cat? How?
That's the question, isn't it? What would a cat be doing in an abandoned ruin like that? Just as my mind was reaching its breaking point, I could have sworn I heard the sound of a cat guiding me to exit. But when I came to, all I saw was endless desert, and Sethos shaking me in a desperate attempt to wake me up.
I'll admit, it was pretty terrifying seeing you like that. Staring off into space and mumbling about Aji nuts.
You sure don't sound terrified.
Sorry. It's not that I don't care. It's just kind of hard for rambling about Aji nuts to sound menacing. Now, what Layla was saying, on the other hand, that is much creepier. Exactly. The unknown is what breeds fear. Aji nuts are familiar. But the moon suspended above us at night? That's about as foreign as it gets.
Well, we don't know that for sure. There could be a whole other world inside an Ajilenak nut, with a moon of its own.
Huh.
Ajilenak nuts are not to be underestimated.
Right, yeah, of course. Won't catch me disparaging the mighty Ajilenak nut.
Huh. So, a similar thing happened to Layla then?
Yeah, I think so. I was in a hurry to rescue Jur, so I put a marker on the incident site so we could go back and investigate. When his condition stabilized, we doubled back around to check and... Exactly. Multiple victims with the same symptoms at the same location. So, after we got Layla out of there, I had the Temple of Silence put up a warning sign at the scene and send patrols to watch. Speaking of, Sino, Tainari, and I are going to head back there and investigate once Layla is stable. So, as per usual, you're here, that's for sure. Because the story doesn't end there.
Oh, yes. Where was I? The Ajilenak nuts butted in and I... Right. Yes, the cat. As I followed the cat noises, the voice said something else. So, there are those from Tula who still endure. I thought that was strange, of course, because, well, was the voice referring to me? Records of my ancestry are rather sparse, so I'm not sure if my bloodline even traces back to that place.
That's right. The Temple of Silence's place of origin, and the home of Tainari's people. Plus, Hermanubis, who Sino and I both share a connection to. As the temple's current leader, if something strange happens in the desert, but it turns out, a lot of people have a horse in this race. And I'm not leaving any of them out. See? Knew you'd join. But yeah, that's all we know about Jersey. Tainari should be done on his end. Let's head back and check on Miss Layla.
There are records in the Temple of...
How are you feeling? But don't...
It's fine. I'm much better now, I think. I feel like I haven't slept in 2 days, so pretty much back to normal.
Whoa. That's your normal?
Traveler, Paimon, I thought I heard your voices earlier. Oh, and, I'm sorry.
Huh? You don't have to apologize.
No, I just mean... I think I'm about to disappoint you. My head was kinda muddled earlier. I know you're trying to figure out, but... I really don't remember anything.
Does your head still hurt?
No, I feel fine. The incense you made helped a lot. I'm still hearing those words in my head, but other than that, I'm okay. It's just... all I remember are those words. Everything else is a total blank. One moment I was heading to the stargazing point I'd calculated, and the next, I was on my back in the sand. The same phrase playing over and over again in my mind. How many moons are there in the sky?
Sethos, did your friend Jur suffer from memory loss too?
Not really. His memories are blurry, but there aren't huge gaps like this. He remembers touching something. Someone talking, a voice mentioning Tuletula, and hearing a cat lead him to the exit.
A cat.
Did you hear it too?
Huh? Now that you mention it, I think so. It was so soft. I thought I was imagining things.
Which means, at the very least, what the two of you experienced while escaping the ruin is consistent. A single sentence repeating in your heads, and the faint sound of a cat.
Still not a lot to go off of.
Agreed.
Oh, is your head hurting again?
No, I was just thinking. Sometimes, my friends and classmates tell me about things I don't remember doing, or places I don't remember going. I don't talk about it a lot because, well, I don't even know how it happened. But, so...
Ah, I see. Well, but I don't think we need to dwell on that for now. We're gonna check out the site of the incident for ourselves, so that should help us come to our own conclusions.
Okay, then could I come to...
Sure, but on one condition. You need to be if your condition isn't stable enough before then.
Of course. No problem.
Well, I'm more concerned about Tainari. You sure you'll...
You say that like I'll evaporate on first contact with sand or something. Call it curiosity. If this concerns my ancestors, I want to figure out what's going on. Anyway, as long as I take things slow when the sun's out, I should be fine with the right preparation. Besides, it's a good idea to have a doctor on hand in case of emergencies.
So long as our doctor doesn't become the emergency.
Well, if that happens, I suppose I'll just have to rely on the kindness of my entourage to haul me back home.
All right, well, that all sounds good to me. Jur and I are gonna head back to the Temple of Silence to do some research in the meantime.
Sounds good.
What about you, Layla? If you feel like you need more rest, I can arrange a room for you to stay in.
No need. I've asked enough of you as it is. Besides, I feel a lot...
You sure?
Don't worry. I'll be fine. I have other things I need to do anyway. Like letting my advisor and classmates know that I'm fine. Adjusting my start if I don't get it all done. I doubt I'll be able to sit still.
I'm not so sure that's... a much better idea. Thank you, Of course, if anything starts to feel off, come back for a checkup right away.
You'd better listen to him, Layla, or he'll feed you tasteless slop as a punishment.
Punishment? You're the one who caught a cold. Besides, with your nose stuffed up like that, you couldn't taste anything to begin with.
Huh. Is that so? And here I thought it was an intestinal issue?
Should have seen that coming. You're off the clock, so now it's time for puns, huh?
Oh, brother, not this again.
Don't worry, Paimon. I understand. If you want me to stop, then
Then?
you'll have to call a plumber. Tell them someone's gotta pipe down.
This is getting more insufferable by the second! Put a sock in it already, please. Paimon's done with this game. You win, okay? Let's just get out of here. Please.
All right, you stay safe. I'll try to stay sane.
It seems your jokes have improved with practice, Traveler.
Happy about that?
Absolutely. Finally, someone to share the load.
Ah, you know what? Akale's helping out the academia, but I haven't had the chance to check on her. Why don't you do me a favor and go do that?
Hold on. I thought you were having me over for dinner.
Merciless.
Moons. As you lay knock nuts. Moons. As you lay knock nuts. Are the moons going nuts? Oh no! Looks like Paimon's caught the brain bug too! She can't stop thinking about those two things! Oh, Paimon's gotta clear her head. But how? Aha! Got it! The cafe over there! Why don't we head over for a quick pick-me-up?
Sorry. I feel kinda tired all of a sudden.
Wait! Is it because of all Oh, sorry. The coffee will be Paimon's treat, okay? Hey! You make it sound like Paimon's stingy or something! Huh. Well, she'll just have to show you her true colors. Yeah, you sit tight and take care of Layla, Traveler. Paimon's gonna get us. Be right back.
She's pushing herself again as always. Saw right through me, huh? I apologize for the sudden emergence, but I didn't have any other options. Well, that's true. So, for our sake and your safety, allow me to fill in the gaps in her memory. That's right. Layla was already in bad shape, stressing about her new study topic, focusing on the stars instead of her surrounding. By the time she realized the danger she was in, quicksand near the ideal viewing spot? Wasn't expecting that. Looks like Layla's been under a lot of pressure lately. She hasn't been paying attention to her surroundings. But why would quicksand lead to a place like this? Well, all in all, looks like a common desert ruin. Guess there's nothing to do but... Oh, Layla, what have you gotten yourself into this time?
My guiding stars!
I think this door can be opened using the device next to it. Just like I thought. Ugh, what was that? My head. It hurts. Is waking up? No, that's not it. What's going on? It's too much. I don't understand. The ground is... Where am I? It's spinning. How many moons are there in the sky? How many moons are there in the sky? Okay, information isn't rushing into my brain anymore. That's good. How many moons are there in the sky? My head hurts. But there are no more dark spots in my vision. And I can see in front of me. How many moons are there in the sky? What's going on? The same thought keeps popping into my head. What does it mean? How many moons are there in the sky? Isn't there just one? A cat? I think there was one earlier. I'm not hearing things. It really is a cat. How many moons are there? No! Stop it! Does it want me to follow its cries? Well, it's not like I've got other options. Come on, Layla. You can do this. And so, I followed the cat's cries. It was quite a kind creature. It didn't even leave until the other Mies started to wake up. Thinking back, it all started when I touched that device. I've heard fellow students talk about it before. How the desert... Sometimes it's just a minor inconvenience. But of course. Still, carrying an umbrella doesn't mean you can't get soaked, so just... be careful. And stay away from unknown devices. No need to thank me. You and Layla are about to head into dangerous... Well, I think that about sums it up. And just in time. Your coffee's here.
Traveler? A little help over here?
Did I fall asleep?
Wow! Paimon didn't even know she had such an impressive skill! Ha! Does that mean since Paimon bought this coffee, it would just make you sleepier?
A beverage that puts people to sleep. Better saved for work hours, I think.
What? So you can nap on the job? Who does that? Beep boop! Oops! Oh, hey them! Kaveh! Nice to see you! Oh, and you too, Marak!
Sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. Miss Layla, you don't look so good. Is everything all right?
Oh, I'm fine.
I see. And we woke you, didn't we?
No, you didn't. I didn't mean it.
Wait, where are you going? You just got here!
I'm going to do what I came here to do.
Which is?
Buy coffee beans?
Huh? You're going too? Marak! Fine. Run off with him. See if I care. Well, looks like I get you to myself. It's been a while, hasn't it? How have you been? So, a busy life of adventuring for you, and a busy life of academics for Miss Layla, is that right? Oh, is something wrong? Ah, the desert's not always the friendliest place, that's for sure. And from the look on your faces, I'm guessing this problem's not resolved? Don't force yourself to talk about it, of course. But I've worked on several projects in the desert before, so if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
No, I don't have anything to hide. It's just complicated, so explaining might take time.
Ah, well, lucky for us, I've got that in spades.
Yes. You have been quite sedentary recently.
Excuse me? I've been going about work as normal, thank you. And, might I add, you do way less work than me.
I do the amount of work that is required of me.
Ah, yes. You and your stellar workout. Oh, now look what you've done.
The problem in the desert...
Wait, you were listening earlier? Oh, we're giving the silent treatment now? Mature, very mature.
Continue, Miss Layla. I'm curious as to how this incident...
What did I tell you? This one doesn't have enough to do.
Alright. Well...
Could you still use some extra hands on this investigation team of yours?
Huh? You want to join, Mr.
That's right. I think my experience studying desert mausoleums could be of some use here. Besides, I consider you all to be my friends.
Wait. I'm involved in this now?
Oh, please. I know you. Half the battle was over the minute you said you were curious.
Well, you've got me there. This suitcase of yours has been jumping at the chance to volunteer for a while.
You imagine...
Mechanical life forms might also feel homesick from time to time.
Huh. Now that you mention it...
That could prove you...
You're sure you want to...
Oh, I'm sure. All the more reason to recruit as much help as possible. It's a plan, then. All right, we'll head back to... This one hasn't been on a trip in a while.
I'm not worried. It'll get done. Somehow.
Would it kill you to help every once in a while?
I do help. It's called moral support.
Oh, of course. And I am ever so grateful.
Goodbye, you three.
We'll see you soon! Oh, and Kaveh, your coffee beans! You were too big...
Well, we're pretty close to the academia now. Thanks for the coffee, Paimon. Right. I'll follow with the blessing of the stars. I hope we all get a good night's sleep.
Speaking of which, the closer we get, the more Paimon's heart feels like it's excitement. Yeah. Oh look, it's Tainari and the others. Everyone's here. Yeah, the desert's a pretty harsh environment. Better to travel at night and beat the heat. Hey everyone, we're here.
Ah, right on time. You don't need to worry about me. It's not too hot yet, and I'm properly hydrated.
All right, we're just waiting on the 2 people Miss Layla mentioned, and then he's staying behind. If we don't make it back after a certain time, he'll be in charge.
You can count on me.
Nice. You thought.
Oh, and Cyrus said he'll be in Aru Village, so he...
Haha! Amazing! Having people to watch our back is making Paimon a lot less
Yeah, I did. After hearing about what happened, my advisor gave me some time off to rest.
Then, does your advisor know you're back in the
Yes, but I was only...
Quite the reputation you've got there, son. Something wrong? You haven't said a word.
No. Being skilled with words also means being a good listener. I'm just reflecting on what you're saying.
Oh, Hatham! Kaveh! Ha! Over here!
Darn it. I was just setting up a brilliant...
Yeah. I'm sure you'll find another chance. The important thing is, our scribe and our renowned architect are here at last.
High praise. But wait, why am I renowned and not him? He's just as famous as Sino, Dia, or Nilu.
That just means your level of fame is even greater. How could a lowly scribe hold a candle to you?
Lowly scribe? Please. All those strings you pulled to get those new books from the...
Borrowing. Anyone with an employee ID can do it.
Yeah. The house of...
Send a report to Lesser Lord Kusanali then. Let her know someone at the Academia is abusing their position.
Hey! I never said a...
Impressive verbal sparring, as always. Oh, hello to you too, Marak. Well... So, I say we get this show on the road. No sense no need. We're in this together. Sure. This is the entrance, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Then, if we're all set, let's...
Paimon's mouth is full of sand! Ugh. So that's what falling...
If this was quicksand, we would have struggled to breathe. No. I think this was regular sand, and we didn't sink into it.
Agreed.
In other words, sounds like a you problem.
Ha, very funny. Ha! See?
What? I'm the only...
Dee didn't run into anything. We're just unlucky.
Not the best sign of what's to come.
We'll be fine. Let's just use up all our bad luck and we'll be golden.
Yoo-hoo! A little amuse-bouche. Merciless.
Well, that goes without saying.
Fair point. There's just the only way forward.
Ooh! Is it time to hunt? Don't worry. With our adventure...
Marak, wait! Marak, this isn't really your old home.
No idea what that means, but...
So, mechanical life?
Well, with Barak leading the way, we should be safe. Good thing you decided to join, Kaveh. Otherwise, our investigation would have ended at that door.
It was nothing that I did. You should thank Marak instead.
Hold on. At this rate, Paimon's gonna lose her title as best guy to a mechanical suitcase. Aw, thanks. Hey, wait. What do you mean?
Well, no weird mental symptoms so far. That said...
There are 3 doors.
So, we split up. No pun intended on that last part. I swear.
Yeah, that might be our best option.
Good idea. And the minute things go south...
Ooh, so, whose team Paimon calls dibs on the trip?
Well, this takes me back. Last time we were in the desert together, 2 of you came all the way out here to gang up on me.
Oh, sounds like someone's holding a grudge. Just what I like to hear. If you're still hung up on that last one, just name the time and place, and we'll have ourselves another thrilling... duel.
Huh. What's with the awkward pause? Were you expecting me... This chamber is huge.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I seem to have stepped on some kind of... stone.
Huh. There's a pattern on... Huh? Look! The shape seems to match the mark...
Let's slot it in and see.
And we have a match. Looks like we need to find the other 3 broken slabs.
Let's search the area, but... Keep up.
got one. Ouch, but watch out. The edges are kind of sharp.
Got the third piece. We just need one more. Huh. Look, a cat. Could it be the same?
I don't think we need to worry about startling him.
Yeah. If anything.
Oh, he led us to the last piece.
I never thought I'd hear you say something.
You've clearly never heard how the professor talks to his tomatoes, then.
All right, well, that's that.
Behold, the great Vayu Viastra.
Be honest. You've been waiting to say that.
Just activate the mechanism.
Huh. It worked. It's,
3 Hermanubises?
That can't be right. The ears aren't vertical.
Not true. And the looks fall short. My hat is much better looking.
A goat, an ibis, and a crocodile.
Oh, wow. Our botanist knows more than just plants.
Riveting observation. I was just thinking. These 3 figures look a lot like the 7 pillars of King Deshret.
That's right. These are our colleagues.
Our what now?
You sure about that?
Just kidding. But what I meant by that is, these were Hermanubis' colleagues back then. The middle one is the Goat King Harashef, Minister of Ministers, the god Amun's most trusted chancellor. Records say he was the deputy king of the Desert Sands, chief among the 7 pillars.
Someone even more impressive than Hermanubis? I wonder if that ever got his goat. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Okay.
Wait, really? I've got so much more where that came.
Where were we? This is Sobek, the Crocodile King, captain of captains. As the name suggests, he was a valiant commander. And finally, this is the Ibis King Thoth, scribe of scribes.
Your memory's pretty impressive. I bet you're all—
A scribe. Did he manage archives then? Like—
Wait, that's all Alhaitham does? I never knew being an academia scribe was such a cushy job.
Well, that's how his friend put it, anyway. But—
Well, I don't know much about the academia, but I'm sure the temple's records say he represented the wisest aspects of King Deshret. And
he must have been quite the impressive man.
or creature, depending on how you look at it.
Still, why are these 3 the only ones
maybe because the 3 of them were extra.
Huh. Kinda like us.
Oh yeah! Maybe we should have someone inscribe us on a commemorative stone slab.
Or we could just take a picture. It would serve the same purpose. Anyway, no more distractions. Huh. Doesn't it look like there's writing carved into the corner?
Huh. There is.
Looks like the Ibis King let—
Give me a sec. I'll try and translate it. The ministers are unvirtuous. The scribes unwise. The captains unworthy. My end is not humanity's end. Hereby bestow upon you all a far side of eternity. Wait, so they went to Aru?
It doesn't sound like it was.
The far side of eternity is said to be the final land of dreams for all desert dwellers. But if such a place did exist, wouldn't it also be an inescapable prison?
Yes, and based on the writing here, it's clear this gift he bestowed upon them seems more like.
Which means the goat's the one who got in the end.
Huh. Yep, not as.
What?
Well, looks like that's all we can learn.
Yes, no.
Jeez, who knew a suitcase could be so fast? Marak is nothing like this when it comes to housework. Hey, wait up!
A scout's job is to take the lead. Just let Marak figure it out.
Easy for you to say. I'll be the one doing the repairs if something happens.
Why don't you go scout ahead then?
When I think of a comeback, I'll let you know.
No rush.
Oh, Marak, stop. What is it?
Looks like some.
Let's get it out then. Oh, it's a stone slab. Good.
Let's take a look.
Huh. Looks like this part of the picture goes over there?
In that case, there.
All right, and let's look around. Hey!
I thought Marak was helping.
Oh, so you do know what that word means. Great. Are we supposed to just sit back while Marak does all the work?
No,
Exactly.
But I can. See?
It's all coming back.
We could be more efficient, I agree. I'll work on this piece. You take care of the rest.
Found one! Good teamwork. Looks like we found them all. The pieces fit together like a... But we can't see what's on them.
Turn around.
Huh?
Look.
Oh, I've seen this before. Come on, let's... Hey!
Don't worry about me. If I sit here...
Oh, you don't want to be in the way? Then sit right in front, so the device can blow you straight back... Tuh! Here! Done. Huh. That's one big cat. And there's a shattered crown.
Look. There's writing, too. The Ibis King answered the young noble. But here I leave the name. Gudars.
Gudars? I've seen that name in a history book before. He was a young noble who sought to save his realm, and a king who once united the desert.
That's right. although his methods were rather shameful. During his long reign, he betrayed his family and the nobles who supported him, only realizing the error of his ways after his enemies left him nowhere to turn. But by then, it was too late.
Seems like a common occurrence across history.
Different people, same mistakes. It's an inevitable pattern.
The writing mentions the Ibis King, but a cat is depicted here.
So far, what's depicted on the slab seems in which case, this cat is either a proxy for the Ibis King, or a man. Exaggeration is a common method ancient records used to, and as we know, Layla and Jur.
You're saying the Ibis King?
I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Wait, there it is! The cat! Ah! Marak went out!
The cat's showing us the way forward. Come, let's follow.
Okay. Huh.
Yes.
Oh. Another slab. Oh, by all means, take your sweet time. Wouldn't want you to overexert yourself. Huh.
Seems to be a different... The Ibis King answered the Jinn-blooded dancing girl, granting her the wisdom she sought. But enemies plotted to kill her close kin. Snake venom was her self-chosen end. Here I leave the name. Makaira.
The Temptress of Woe?
You've heard of her?
Of course. I don't just sit around doodling all day. She's mentioned in tons of papers about, as I recall, she was given as a gift to the tyrant king of Gurabad, and later seized the opportunity to kill him. After getting her vengeance, she reigned as queen for many years, until her enemies attempted a coup, and she took her own life.
That's more or less the version I've read as well. It seems this queen also had dealings with the Ibis King.
Yeah, I'm starting to find this whole granting wisdom business a bit concerning. I mean, considering how Gudar's and Makaira ended up, it might not have, but at the same time, if the cat guiding us is linked...
People are complicated, and the same is true of the servants of the gods. Let's reserve judgment for now and keep moving.
Oh, Paimon meant to ask earlier. If you're
No, to be honest, nothing about this experience feels familiar. Besides, my focus is the stars, so I don't spend a lot of time exploring ancient ruins.
Guess that makes us a senior researcher.
Okay. Wow, what a tall ceiling.
Yeah, but for such a big place, it sure must have been boring to live in ancient times.
Now that you mention it, I've heard some might even make them transparent. It sounds so nice. Wait a second. I think I...
Huh? supposed to do that? Oh, right. Flying. Duh. Alright, sit tight. Okay. So, there's nothing super special up there. Just a couple of and a whole bunch of dust, dirt, and sand. You really want to search through all that stuff? Well, when you put... Come on, then. Let's see what we've got.
Thanks. I think that's everything. These seem old as well, but the handwriting makes them stand out.
Right! Let's arrange them. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So, either this person's
an optimist, huh?
That's right! You're detailed and passionate. This optimist seems super obsessed with exploring every corner of the...
Well, I appreciate the compliment. It's almost magical how words like that can... I only wish that magic could last a little longer. Oh.
See? Told ya! And all this talk about seniors and Whew.
Huh.
What is it?
No, I was just thinking. And this might... I mean, it's good that he... I don't know.
Yeah, if you're both in this dangerous situation together... If it were Paimon, she would write down the name of every single person she was with.
Actually, I thought that way. If anyone came to the rescue...
Whoa!
Well, I learned that... Oh, no!
It's fine! You taught us something, so anyway, from the looks of... Whoa! Hang on! The Ibis King. So... Did this person actually meet the Ibis King here?
Sorry. Who?
Jeez, not again! Stop teasing her, Traveler! You know she was asking about Nefer. Anyway, Nefer's, a friend of ours. And she's mentioned the Ibis King before, but...
Oh, well, that's not too surprising. Most people in Sumeru know about King Deshret. Legend has it, King Deshret ruled the desert at the head of several wise retainers. Guiding their... He also left behind treasures for future generations. Now, this message indicates this student and his senior were rescued. But to think it's possible... We don't know when these notes were written. But didn't the 7 pillars...
Yeah! The notes made it also. The mention of this. I'm not sure. Oh, this is the last page. Well, sounds like they made it out. Wait. Huh. Our friend said something similar. That the Ibis King was a liar. And the notes did make it seem like something wasn't... Maybe he wasn't one of the 7 pillars at all, but some kind of con artist. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I think Paimon raises a good point. Let's keep our guard up just in case. Alright. Oh!
Hello? Anyone up there?
Yeah, we can!
You know, sound travels just fine in an app. Of course.
Yelling like this is...
Wow, we all ended up in the same place, huh?
Yeah.
Indeed. Or as I like to call it, the chai factor. No reply?
Just say it.
All right. Because it's spiced to sweet brew again.
Oh, hey, that's a new version.
Oh, wait, what? You've never heard?
What are you looking for?
A place to sit and read my book.
Oh, great.
Well, looks like everyone made it through, and let's take this chance to get some water, rest a bit, and discuss what...
Yeah, let's debrief.
Okay, so we all learned a lot, but it feels like we ended...
Yeah, but one thing's for sure. Hey, Sino. You're the current representative of Hermanubis. Can you call him up for a sec?
Of course. Just let me sense his... Just kidding. I can't sense him at all.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one? What are you, a two-man act?
Sorry. Hermanubis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever I want.
Oh, truly? Does that mean he's gone? I would have liked to reminisce about old times with...
The cat! It speaks!
Of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all. You do me a great offense.
My apology. Esteemed cats. Sir?
Oh, this little contraption is still here.
Contraption? No.
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean... Well, I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it. I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old... It's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original, if you ask me. Who thought of it? And the remodeling. Quite well done indeed. This Marak looks much happier in its current form. Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them. You can look them up if you're curious.
This cat talks... a lot.
Quite the one-sided conversation.
Is this what the Ibis King was like?
He seems quite eloquent. I wonder if he plays cards.
Ha! I knew Marak was a great name. Go...
Let's see, what page was I on again? Should have brought a bookmark.
That all went over Paimon's head.
Hello indeed. For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken. You are special among your companions, but you are all guests. It is only proper to invite you in. Come then, this way. Welcome to my humble abode.
Oh, your house sure is spacious, Lord Ibis King.
I fear it's not quite what it used to be. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats I once raised. Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with such lovely fur. Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest such as yourself be presented with a gift. Alas, it's a first-come, first-served basis, you see. I fear with the passage of—
What? So the treasure's gone already?
Treasure, you say? Not an inaccurate description. Yes, I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question. Not a bad deal, yet. Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the Mistress of Flowers. There are 3, and no more. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? What determines truth and falsehood?
The more he talks, the less Paimon understands.
I see. That must mean Gudars and Makaira managed to answer 2 of the 3.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event.
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and quite boring too. After being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I despised speaking to them. No conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who stumble in here from time to time—
Hold on! We're getting off topic. The 3 questions you just mentioned?
Ah, that is a story that
And we're in.
Nostalgia for the past is common to us all. And our king, he was such a proud, solemn man in those days. He watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed, or were about to. We were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the fullest. Yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Because Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us. But the dragon herself rejected that idea.
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck to begin with.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. There was nothing we could do about that. And I always preferred chess to cards. In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But, of course, subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a retainer is decided by the king. So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I locked up within Aru, where we remain—
Kroko.
Goti?
Ah, of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the Crocodile King, and Hereshef, the Goat King. And let me tell you, when it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where I was the one who got accused of cheating. Chess is an exercise in patience, and that man couldn't sit still to save his life. He could never excel at that game. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often. And since I was always the winner, we got along quite well. What are you laughing?
No one's laughing. Paimon would never.
No, not you. It's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Can you not hear him? Ah, right. Of course you can't. The two of them are inside Aru, as am I, so only I can hear them.
What is even going on here? Has he, started to lose it after being trapped for so long?
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentences.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
I doubt he's doing much of anything.
Just what I wanted to hear.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to not talk at all.
Oh, no. They're not questioning you.
In that...
Getting to the part about the 3 questions.
Ah, yes. We're almost there. Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the correct answers to those 3 questions. The first person who caught my eye was Gudars. I asked him, what causes our rise and fall? He answered, conspiracy and betrayal, for it renders the righteous and wise unable to succeed, and thus nations fall. I found his answer quite interesting, so I bestowed upon him the power to deceive. The second human I chose was Makaira. I asked her, what obliterates love and hate? She said unto me, I have nothing left to lose. Vengeance alone can quench both love and hate. I found this to be another fascinating response, so I granted her the power to be loved.
But both of them ended up...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate, or was it the power I bestowed upon them that determined their end?
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their circumstances, so I can't answer.
A clever reply. I do not wish to comment either. It is all in the past at this. My only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules, and bring me one step closer to freedom. As for the final person, her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name. I asked her, what determines truth and falsehood? And found her answer quite compelling, so I bestowed upon her a gift to match. As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear the answer she gave at that time was wrong. But alas, 3 people were chosen and 3 questions were asked. So now all I can do is wait. Wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king. Until she has found the true answer to that question.
No wonder there was no third stone slab then. Or perhaps you're just not ready to include her in the story. Though that might be a generous interpretation.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left or passed on, besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands. In the sprawling desert, very few things, but sometimes I can't. If that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question, would I have left Aru by now?
Wait, so there was someone else?
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All thought that young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
The author of those notes we found?
Ah, yes, I think... In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my third remaining gift. He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure, and there did not seem to be a line he was unwilling to cross. Too much power could be dangerous in the hands of someone like him. So I found myself rather relieved when he declined my gift.
Oh, he turned you down? Did he give a reason?
Yes, he said he didn't need it. I still remember the look in his eyes. Nothing stood out per se, and still I could sense contempt and disdain radiating from his gaze. I could not give an exact reason, but on instinct I just knew. It would not end well to get close to a man like that. So, I tricked him. Stick close to your companion, I said. Only the descendants of Tuletula can come and go as they please. Leave him behind, and there is no escape for you.
So, does that mean his companion wasn't a descendant of Tuletula?
Oh no, that part was true. The lie was in the other half. Anyone can enter or exit this place. There are no restrictions. I saw that his companion was exhausted and was concerned Sandik might leave him behind. Or worse, that some other accident might befall him. So I made up an excuse to prevent Sandik from going a step too far. Oh, and speaking of, Sandik's companion had the same blue hair and pointed ears as you.
Wait, does that mean Layla's also a descendant of Tuletula?
Indeed. When Hermanubis founded that city, he took in many who had nowhere else to go. Today their progeny are scattered to the four winds, and indeed are far more numerous than I...
So the person you protected could have been my ancestor.
Yes, yes. You're very welcome for that.
Could I ask another question, Lord Ibis King?
Of course. I have nothing but time, I'm afraid.
Did you also save me and a man named Jur?
I did. You two were quite unlucky bumping into a device King Deshret once used to measure human brain power. That contact caused more knowledge than you could handle to flood into you. So I replaced that knowledge with simpler, repetitive information. Of course, the side effect being the same thought repeating over and over again in your mind.
How many moons?
Yes, that was the phrase I used in your head. I forgot the other one, though. I believe it had something to do with food. Both were spur-of-the-moment decisions. As I said, young one, you are, if you're inclined to return the favor, perhaps you could turn off that device so no one else can trigger it? There's only so much a cat's paw can do, so I'm afraid this is something I must leave to you. Or, oh, splendid! Another. Such is the fate of things here. Day by day, little by little. For that reason, the gifts of bygone eras, be they tied to your blood or technological in nature, are not disrespectful. I simply make the most of what I have. Besides, our king has been gone all these...
Oh, are you talking?
No. He's pestering me for another game of chess. Wishful thinking, if you ask me. If we counted one push-up for every loss, he'd owe me 300,000 by now. Of course, that's just a rough...
It appears that's something you like. Being someone unable to be
I suppose. All right, then. Time for me to extend my winning streak. And for you all to head home. In truth, deep down, I know even the answers to those 3 questions will not... But that is for me to reckon with. Go on now.
Excuse me? Do you even know what time it is? I've harvested...
You're exaggerating, Professor.
I'm making a...
The sincerest apologies for keeping you waiting, Professor.
See, that's...
Nope. It went way
I presume the investigation is Oh my, did you look? If you've read the work from the Vahumana Dashan, you would know that the Ibis... Perhaps he softened up a bit in his old age, And that's...
Or perhaps he just didn't have a good enough reason not to help us. See?
How do you even know that's what Marak...
In any case, there's a lot to be happy about. We figured out what happened.
Yeah, I've always thought of myself as just an ordinary...
Come to think of it, our ancestors might
Huh? You're right. Maybe I should take a trip back.
Oh, I was just throwing that out there.
It's fine. Oh, wait. My study topic. I haven't made any progress at all. No. I need to focus on that instead. Right.
Couldn't you help her, Professor?
Huh? No.
Me, you say? I'm from the Spatamar Darshan, and I don't think that Nephis or Zahahadi researched the stars. All I have to offer are my homegrown although I suppose it's not impossible. I can ask if...
You really don't have to.
Hardly. A few passing questions while we...
Thank you.
Of course. Now it's getting late. And you... Some say desert nights are the sun taking mercy on us after the heat of the day.